All right, Jesse on fire. I'm back, son. I'm back. And I'm back with a vengeance because, when you miss a week of news, there's lots of news to come back to. Incidentally, all the best news just came out like in the last 24 hours. So we're going to talk about that. But before I do, subscribe to the channel. As a matter of fact, before I do that, go to Jesse on Everything, okay? Go to my Jesse on Everything channel. Go look at that content, watch one of the videos, and then tell me it's not amazing, okay? Like, how is that subscriber base not bigger? I have 600 subscribers. How is that even possible, okay? Like, just go look at the content. Just go watch one of the videos and tell me it's not good. Like, give me a break. Anyway, but yeah, subscribe to this channel too if you're not. So let's talk about the upcoming fights that are getting made, right? Well, first, okay, so we'll talk about Cody Garbrandt getting pulled out. We'll talk about Masvidal and Colby, and then we'll talk about Francis Ngannou and the heavyweight champion, whatever his name is, Stipe. So yeah, I guess first of all, let's just say Cody Garbrandt's out of the title fight against Figueiredo, who's a murder machine. Probably a blessing in disguise for anybody who's going to fight Figueiredo, but that sucks because I love Cody and I really, really wanted him to win, but he tore his bicep. Not much else to say. I'll tell you this. You want someone to tell you a long-form story of whatever they're talking about? Go watch Cody Garbrandt. I mean, like, Jesus Christ. I was watching his interview, and he literally told like a 25-minute story about how he found out that he had a torn bicep. I'm like, dude, you tore your bicep. Like, I got it, man. Like, I get it. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, so that really sucks because I love that guy and I really, really want to see him win. But he's had some bad luck lately, man. He's had some really bad luck. He got COVID, then he tore his bicep, and before that he had the thing with his kidneys or whatever was going on, man. He's having a rough like 12 months, rough couple of years actually. But he won his last fight in very impressive fashion, so that's all that really matters. Anyway, so then let's just move it right along, and now we'll talk about Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal, which looks like it's going to happen, which I've been saying forever is a years-long setup that these guys have been doing. You want to know another way that I felt very strongly like, oh man, this is a setup? When Colby beat, I keep saying like Cody and Colby at the same time. It's 3 a.m, by the way. 3 a.m. If you think I'm making that up, I would show you I swear to God, it's 3 a.m. I'm fucking exhausted. But when Colby beat Tyron Woodley and he was talking about which fights to make, he was like, you got the Kamaru Usman rematch, or you got the best friends turned enemies George Masvidal fight. That right there was such a giveaway to me, where it's like, oh, you've got a title for it? You've got a title for it? It sounds like something you guys together were like, oh my God, yeah, man, it'll be best friends turned enemies. We'll sell 1 million pay-per-views. And they were right. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. And that's a great fight, man. That is a great fight. Let's actually just remove whether they're beefing or not. That is a home run fight. Like, that's a fight that everyone wants to see. Very tough to call. Very tough to call. Because Colby has that same threat that Usman does of taking down Masvidal, but he's not as good at it. He's not quite as strong as we saw against Tyron Woodley. He had to work a lot harder to get Tyron Woodley down than Usman did, which means that Masvidal might be able to shake him. And on the feet, Colby's no sucker, but Masvidal's a surgeon. And Colby got his jaw broken and fought for 3 more rounds, so he's not going to be easy to put down. I honestly don't know who's going to win that fight. I really don't. All I know is that I really hope they make it. Hope they make it for 256. I don't even know who's 255. I don't even know who 255 is, because 254 is Khabib and anyway, I'm going to do a whole other thing on 254 because that fight card is bananas. It's going to be really fun. But apparently they're trying to stack 256 with Colby and Masvidal, Stipe and Francis, which would be amazing. But these guys are both really hard to negotiate with. They're doing their job. That is part of your job. Okay. Like, if you're in the UFC, how many fights do you get normally? Okay. Like, if you're a person who's actually really grinding for money, let's say you get 10 fights. right? Let's say you get 10 fights in the UFC, and that's probably a big number, right? 10 fights. The difference between getting $600,000 each fight and $200,000 each fight is $4 million. Okay? $4 million. That's a big difference. Okay? A gigantic difference. So, listen, if you don't have a belt, I mean, Masvidal's in a whole other thing because he's getting back end on the pay-per-view, and maybe Colby will be able to get some on this one. But yeah, man, you have to grind. You have to grind and get your money. You have to do that. So I don't blame them at all for that. What else? So I don't have a whole lot else to say about that fight, except I really hope it happens. And then we got Francis and Stipe. Now this I want to talk about because Stipe says he doesn't want to fight Francis again. He'd rather have another challenge. It's like, I bet you would, pal. I really bet you would. I think that Stipe knows that Francis for sure has practiced his wrestling since then. I think Stipe knows that he exploited the weakness that Francis had, and he felt Francis's power, and he knows if I stand with this guy, I'm going night-night. Like, I am going night-night. If I can't take him down, I can't win. Okay? If I'm looking for other challenges. You're like, are you? Because who? Who are you looking for? Because Francis has starched everyone. He starched everyone. He starched everyone. Okay? Remember JDS? He was pretty good. Rosenstreich just starched him. I'm pretty sure that Francis starched Rosenstreich in 20 seconds and starched... I think that actually... If you combine the total amount of time that Francis's last 4 opponents have lasted in the octagon, it's less than a round. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact it is. Okay? So, oh yeah, I'm looking for other options. Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are, bud. Oh, you want to go fight Tyson Fury in boxing? Big money, risk-free? That's fine. Vacate the belt. Give it to Francis and then come win it back. Because Francis is the fucking guy. Okay? Anyway, that's what I got for now. So, welcome back. What? That's not my real name. Jesse on Fire. Jeez. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed it. Go check out Jesse on Everything. I just put up a very funny video about Tim Kennedy. So go watch that. And that's what I got. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Let's go. Peace. Oh, and for the record, on Jesse on Everything, I cannot believe that more of you are not over there subscribed and watching that channel. I just put up a hilarious video about Tim Kennedy, which I highly encourage you to watch. Please go over there, watch that video. Tell me it's not hilarious. That's what I got. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.